Welcome back to Gamescom and the Rainbow Six Pro League Year 2 Season 2 Finals. Live here from Cologne with this amazing audience who've joined us. How are you doing, Gamescom? Coming to the end, sadly, of 2 amazing days of Rainbow Six, bringing Gamescom to a close, no less, here at the ESL Arena. Time before our grand final between Elevate and Penta, which will be along in a little while. Time now, though, to talk about esports beyond that amazing final. Pleased to be joined on the desk with Jeremy Somerville from Ubisoft, and of course Kickstar, who we all know so well, legend that he is.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
That's enough about you. Right, so. But Jeremy, thank you very much for joining us. If people don't know, Jeremy is the esports manager at Ubisoft for Rainbow Six. We talk a lot about the seasons and how things are going to be worked on. And there's been a lot of news recently, over the last sort of month, maybe even 2 months, about future integration of esports in the game, what's going to happen next season, what's going to happen beyond that, a little thing called the Six Invitational. And we wanted to bring all of that news to you now, in case people have missed any announcements along the way. But first, Jeremy, here at Gamescom with Rainbow Six, what a fantastic 2 days we're having.
Yeah, it's really awesome. We have amazing matches all weekend long, and I can't wait for the final between Elevate and Penta. I think it's really an amazing match.
Let's get into some of the details. We've been talking prize pools, we've been talking about the introduction of APAC and the future of Siege. Let's talk a little bit first about the integration of esports into the game. So the first thing we wanted really to talk about was charms.
Yep.
So team charms are a thing now that have been around for a little while. You might have seen them. There are 4 available. We have Flipside, Penta, Excellence, and Team Vitality. How did it come about that you were going to put team charms into the game?
Actually, for us, it's very important to give more visibility to the teams, to the Pro League teams, especially in the game. And yeah, for the charms, it's something we started to work last year at the end of Season 3. And you know, at that time, it was just a test. So we wanted to test this, and we chose 4 teams. So as you say, it was Penta, Vitality, Excellence, and Flipside. And yeah, in July, we were really happy to release those charms publicly.
I think something that many people have been surprised about, and maybe will have picked up on what you just said there, you started looking at this back at Season 3 of Year 1. That culminated in November.
Yeah, exactly. It took a long time to do that because it was the first time for us. As I said, it was a test, so we wanted to do things properly.
And people, of course, went, yay! And other people went, why only those 4 teams? That's really unfair. We've seen all of these comments. This is why we're doing this panel. We wanted to sort of sort some of these things out. So you were looking at that spread of 4 teams because they represented Xbox, PC, North America, EU.
Yeah.
But why only those 4? Just because it's so hard to integrate them in-game?
Yeah, as I said, it was a test, so we couldn't do all the teams for the first time. But actually, I think the main thing about those charms is the fact that it's a direct support you can give to your favorite teams, because about 1/3 of the net revenues are directly redistributed to the teams. So it's a good way for them to grow over the time and to sustain the program.
So the charms that people buy, they are usable on every weapon in the game. It's not like some other games where you buy a charm and maybe it's only possible to integrate it on certain things. These can be used on every weapon in the game, but the purchases of those charms actually directly support the teams involved.
Yeah, exactly. 1/3 of the net revenue, so at the end of a season, it's very good for them.
And people may not have realized they're going to be seasonal. So it's not just these 4 charms with more to be added later. These charms are going to drop out of the store.
Yeah.
And more charms are going to come in.
Exactly. So here, the charms we spoke about are the first wave of team charms, and in the next season we'll have new team charms that will be coming in the shop. So I'm really happy to announce that at the end of September you will be able to get the charms of NC, Onslaught, Supremacy, Millennium, and Elevate.
Those are the 5 new charms coming to the Rainbow Six store. The next teams are going to be supported. Important to point out, though, if you've bought a charm for one of the 4 teams that are available now, that's yours. That's not going away. It's just you won't be able to buy them through the store.
Exactly. It's just the window to buy them that is seasonal, but you will keep them forever.
So 4 teams are in, 5 teams more are coming. Kix, I know you're not a pro player in an active team anymore.
No.
we still want to really call you a pro player because of how good you are.
Not anymore.
But as a player who's been on teams competing in pro leagues and stuff, this is the sort of thing that teams have been wanting.
Well, I mean, it's really awesome because it means that there's reason for organizations to actually start getting involved in the game. You know, right now we have a lot of highly competitive teams that aren't even represented by any organization, really. They're just like representing themselves. And giving this some small monetary incentive for, you know, people to start bringing it in is actually going to help the scene overall.
So that's Charms, which many people are already perhaps familiar with, and if you're not sure what they look like, they're going to be running around in our final because Penta Sports have got them equipped, so you'll see them on Penta, and Elevate are getting them soon. So that's Charms. More esports integration in the game, though. I know this is a bit of a controversial topic right now, but we are going to address it a little bit now here at Gamescom. Let's talk a bit about playlists of maps.
Yeah, exactly. So you may have heard about this. We will change the playlist, especially for the ranked playlist in the game. So actually, we want to do that because we want the ranked playlist to be more balanced and also reduce as much as possible the possibilities of randomness in the ranked playlist. So starting season 3, the ranked playlist will be only composed of the 9 most competitive maps of the game. So this is the maps you are seeing right now on your screen, and I think you know them pretty well because this is the competitive map pool we can see in the Pro League. So yeah, we are really excited to release that, and actually at the end of each season we will have a look at this playlist and we will see if we need to update this or not. For example, we may integrate or not the map from the previous DLC. So for this season, it's Theme Park.
But Theme Park won't go in
not
straight
season,
away,
but
and future maps won't go in straight away.
After a season, we will have enough data and feedbacks to see if it's a competitive map and if it can be integrated in the ranked playlist.
So this is a really important thing to point out. So it's not that the Pro League are deciding this is going to be the map pool and that's the ranked playlist. You're going to look at data.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to look at how people are performing on these maps, whether they're balanced, whether it's that kind of thing.
It's a mix between opinion of players and pro players also, but of course of our data to see if it's balanced and competitive enough to be in the ranked.
So if it doesn't go in straight away, it doesn't mean it's never going to go in. It doesn't mean it's just a casual map from the outset.
For us, the rank mode is have competition in its DNA, so it's really important to have that kind of thing that is really not random and competitive enough.
So that's the community leading the way then. Players will play on these maps, and the ranked playlist will be adjusted to accommodate what players are enjoying and what is most competitive, with a little bit of input from pros, and then that is what we will see in Pro League seasons. Okay.
Exactly. And just before for the casual mode, I've seen, as you said before, a lot of feedbacks on Twitter, and as Justin said in the operational panel, this is something we'll look at when we're back in Montreal after the finals.
Okay, so you are being heard. People are seeing what's going on, hearing people's feedback about the casual playlist and the ranks playlist. We care about all of this as ESL, UB, people like Kix and me. Like we all hear this stuff, and we, it's important. This game works because of its community. There's absolutely no denying that. But let's just clear up another point about this ranked playlist. So the community will, through its action, through its playing, determine what the maps are. Those are what we're going to see in Pro League. But ranked modes, they're not going to just be reduced to Pro League.
No, it's not an esport mode. Actually, we have some differences between the esport mode and the rank mode. For example, the HUD is different, and also in ranked you can play the free game mode of the game. So secure area, hostage, and bomb.
Right.
But if you go to your matchmaking preferences and set the mode to bomb only, you will play obviously bomb only, and this will be the closest mode from the esport mode.
Okay, so the map pool will be reflected in the Pro League, but you can still play all the modes on it that you want to enjoy. Kix, this is going to help us going forward in the Pro League.
Well, I mean, the ranked map pool changing is, sure, it'll help us to an extent in the Pro League, but I think more importantly, it helps the fluidity of play inside of ranked. As an individual player, this is probably, from this coming update, my favorite change because it makes me want to play ranked more. Outside of competitive play, you know, having had that X-Pro experience, is like, I don't really see much, you know, I'm not incentivized to play ranked at all. And now that it's limited to the maps that I enjoy playing as a competitive player, because I understand that these are the more balanced ones, I think that it's gonna bring a lot of more people like me into actually wanting to play ranked more frequently. I know there are a lot of people out there who avoid playing ranked at all costs and just stick to custom games because they want to play the maps that are in the Pro League. And this is going to change that.
So this is going to address that.
Yeah.
So everything's being looked at, everything's being talked about and tried and considered. So that's what's happening with the map pool. More changes, though, to Pro League next season. Really massive one, really obvious one. Welcome APAC. Thrilled to have another region as part of Pro League.
Yeah, we are really proud of the overall evolution of Pro League. We increased the cash prize this year, of course, but we also really proud to welcome new regions in the program. So, as you know, last year in the Pro League we only had North America and Europe, and this year in year 2 we integrated Latin America in the season 1. And yeah, we're really proud to welcome Asia and Pacific as new region for Pro League starting next season. So this region will be a bit different because it has a lot of different servers in this region. So basically we will have 4 online Pro League, which are Japan, Korea, Southeast Asia, and Australia, New Zealand. And at the end of the online competition, we'll have a regional LAN final with the 2 best teams from the 4 regions. And the 2 best teams from this regional LAN final will be qualified in the Rainbow Six Pro League finals.
So 2 from each of those 4 regions in Asia and Pacific will all go and meet at a LAN. That's going to be in Sydney, I believe.
Yeah, it's in Sydney for the regional LAN finals.
Yeah,
so as
and then
you said,
the top 2 teams from that will come and take 2 spots when we do the next Pro League final.
Yeah, and they will be able to compete against a team from North America, Latin America, and Europe. And as you said, it will be 2 teams per region, but it's something we want to do it for now. But if it appears that we need to balance the slot of the region, we may do that in the future based on the performances of each team from the region in the Pro League finals.
So next Pro League finals, we haven't even put this one in the books yet, but next Pro League finals, we know it's the 18th and 19th of November, and we know it's in Brazil.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2 spots a region, but that isn't fixed for good forever.
No.
Regions are going to have to earn their places, and if a region is overperforming...
Exactly. In the future, we may change that.
Okay, all right. This is all happening quite quickly. Like we've only just brought in the Latin American region. Now we're adding APAC in as well. Why is it important for you guys at Ubisoft to get this done and bring all these teams together quickly after the 6th Invitational when we saw them?
Well, back in February in the 6th Invitational, we were really proud to have both teams from all around the world in the 6th Invitational, so from Brazil, Asia, Australia. So for us, the next step was to integrate them in the Pro League to have a global program all over the year. And yeah, that's something we really wanted to do, and we're really proud to integrate this new region for next season.
So we know how spots are going to be allocated for Season 3. Are there going to be any changes to format? This is a topic that comes up time and time again. I have a lot of conversations with the community about this, sort of picking ideas, who likes what. Some teams like this double elimination season that we're having to bring people to finals. Other teams preferred the round robin that we used to do. Any changes for Season 3?
Actually, we have a lot of feedbacks for the format from the competitive player, but also from the community. And to be honest, this is something we really wanted to change for Season 3. But it's very difficult because Season 3 is the shortest season of the year, and we already have the APAC integration in the Pro League. So that's a lot of things. And actually, on the current format, it has its pros and its cons. For me, I think it's one of the only formats that can allow us to broadcast all the games from the Pro League, and every single games are very, very important because it has a lot of stacks for the team. You can be eliminated in 2 games, so you have to be really at your best level to compete in the Pro League. But on the other side, I understand that players want to play more and have more chance to prove their skill against every single team of the league. So
in a round robin where we all play.
Exactly. For example, this is something we'll look at for the future as well.
But when you say Season 3 is the shortest season, that's because Season 2 wasn't extended in terms of play dates. It's because we're here at Gamescom, and it was like to bring the finals to Gamescom. That's mean the finals has happened a little bit later than when you may have scheduled it, which means Season 3 is in a tighter time frame. And with APAC coming in, there's a lot going on already. So Season 3 format will be the same as Season 2, but obviously, as you can hear, things may change in the future. This is what you need to know for Season 3. It will begin with the first play day on September the 18th, and it will build up to the finals between the 18th and 19th of November, live from Sao Paulo in Brazil. Absolutely thrilled to be going to see what the Latin American audiences can do, as well as the Latin American teams. But first date of next season is the 18th of September. We're going to put this season away soon.
Oh yeah, it's almost close.
Then we'll get into Season 3. Then we'll wrap Season 3 up at Sao Paulo. And then, I don't know, let's have a World Championship called the Six Invitational 2018. I'd quite like another one of those.
Yeah.
It was good.
The last one was a whole lot of fun.
So that's what's going to happen. After Season 3, there's going to be another Six Invitational. You know a little bit about it, but let's remind you about it.
This is the culmination of 14 months of Rainbow play, where it's not only been blood, sweat, and tears, but we've had fun along the way.
We have 12 teams who've flown in from Europe, North America, Latin America, Asia, and Oceania.
The lights, the teams. It's so amazing that people have embraced this game and taken it to this level.
And Owen the shot's going to go towards his feet. He doesn't know where to go. The shot's
Team Vitality!
We're talking about community and giving a spotlight on our community that has been amazing over the past year, growing this game. From the bottom of our heart, we just want to take a moment to say thank you.
Era versus Continuum for the PC World Championship.
So this is a big grudge match going in here for both teams.
He picks up a double. They picks up a third now, and it's King George alone against two.
And you are world champion. That was an incredible contest, one that will live with me forever. I'm sure it'll live with everybody who was there, whether a player, whether anybody involved in putting that show on, or of course any of the wonderful people who came and joined us in Montreal. So many happy memories of the Six Invitational last February. And it is about community. It's not just a World Championships. It really was an opportunity to meet fans and have all those wonderful things that you were provided by Ubisoft as well, for people to see new content, but meet people and everything that happened, as well as fantastic competition. Kicks.
Yeah.
Such an incredible thing to be a
Oh
part
yeah, the last Invitational, and you're right, the best part about it was just getting to meet everybody. I mean, you know, we're here at Gamescom, and this is amazing, by the way, seeing all these wonderful people, but the great thing about the Invitational is that it's all about Siege. Everyone there loves Siege, is passionate about it, and is interested in all of the teams. Whoever wins or loses is another thing that's great, is because if there's a French crowd and they're cheering on their French team and that team loses, it's still an uproar, it's still passion, it's because it's the love about the game. That's all that matters.
I think that's, there's many ways in which that was represented at the Six Invitational. Just one that just comes to mind right now is seeing Team Vitality go down 10-0 in their final. Furious G, love you Furious G, his final competitive game, and he's on stage going, being 10-0'd in a World Championship final in your last game, just going,
Another thing was, it was, you know, like the Xbox guys, they were super loud at the Invitational, and they're still there cheering on the PC guys. You know, it was a great mix match.
Yeah, and they have still giving you a lot to cheer for with their teams.
I mean, Elevate, old Xbox team, they're really a PC team these days. They have fully converted, and they are amazing, by the way. Having made it to the finals of this event, that's incredible.
Absolutely. Jeremy, what does it represent for you, the Six Invitational? It's a big undertaking for Ubisoft. What are your ambitions for the next one, and what does the whole thing mean to you guys?
Well, for us, the Six Invitational is a very, very special event. This is an opportunity to celebrate Siege anniversary in Montreal, the city of Rainbow Six, with devs, pro player, fans, I mean, all the community. So yeah, this is really, really amazing. And this year, as it is the second anniversary of Rainbow Six Siege, we want to do this bigger and better. So we doubled the size of the venue, we increased the number of teams to 16, we increased the prize pool to $500,000. So yeah, that is very, very awesome. And actually, even with increasing these things, we want to keep the same atmosphere, the same mood in the event, as you said before. And because for us, it's one of the main parts of the event, the proximity between everybody in the community. That's really great.
People will want to come. People are asking me all the time on Twitter, how do we get to the Six Invitational? When are tickets going to be on sale? I've been telling people Tickets are going to be on sale later. We've got other seasons to do yet. We've got to get through season 2. We've got an incredible season 3 culminating in Brazil. You could wait until later than that, but people want to come to these things, don't they? And people wanted to come and join us here at Gamescom, and we know lots of people couldn't get tickets because Gamescom, you know, it's quite big and quite busy.
It's Gamescom.
Sold out.
Yeah.
So people want to come to the 6th Invitational. When are they going to be able to get tickets?
Well, I'm excited to announce that you can book your tickets starting right now, going on rainbow6.com/6invitational.
rainbow6.com/6invitational. Open that in another tab. Don't you dare close this one if you're watching us on stream. But rainbow6.com/6invitational. Your tickets to the 6th Invitational between the 16th and 18th of February in Montreal are available on sale right now. That means I've been completely wrong by a matter of considerable months. Thanks. But no, thanks, because we need to get those things on sale because so many people want to be there. You can come and join us at the biggest Rainbow Six event there's ever been. Last year's was awesome. You're right. We want to keep it like that, but we want more people to come. So that's what's happening. And 16 teams are going to be there to watch as well. So this now begs the question, how are you allocating 16 places? We had 12 before. It's 16 now. How are those places being allocated, and how can people contend to try and get one for themselves?
Well, for qualifying to the 6th Invitational, we have several ways to qualify. The first one is through the Pro League. So basically, we have 3 seasons of Pro League this year. The 3 Pro League champions will be at the 6th Invitational, meaning that Pentasports, who already won the first season, is already qualified. And as they are also in this weekend final, it's actually the runner-up of this final who will be in the 6th Invitational as well. So Elevate is also qualified for the 6th Invitational.
Congratulations, Elevate. I don't think they knew. You're coming to the 6th Invitational because you've just won a place as either champion of Season 2 or runner-up of Season 2. We'll find out soon. Then there'll be Season 3 culminating in Brazil.
So
and
the champions of Season 3.
Let's show you this breakdown again with all of these places because there's a lot of them to get through. So the champions of Season 1, Season 2 and Season 3 will all be going to the 6th Invitational. Who else is coming?
Well, actually, the Season 3 of Pro League, of Regional Pro League, will be very, very important because the 4 online champions, regional champions, will also be qualified for the 6th Invitational. So meaning 1 qualified for North America, 1 for Europe, 1 for Latin America, and 1 for Asia and Pacific.
So that's the team that tops each region prior to the finals on the 18th and 19th of November.
Season 3.
So they're all coming. Community vote.
Yeah, it will be a vote, so you, the fans, can decide to qualify your team for the 6th Invitational. And then we'll also have 4 wildcards.
Yeah, so that's exciting. You're not giving away too many details now about how wildcard is being decided on, but there is going to be a wildcard vote. So that's going to get another team through. That's only half of them. Got some more to do. Let's bring it back up. There's more to break down. Pro League champions, regional champions of Season 3. 1 community vote, 4 wildcards, and 4 online qualifiers.
Yeah, so 4 wildcards, once again, it will be something we'll detail much more later, and 4 online qualifiers because we always want the 6th Invitational to be an open competition, so everybody can have a chance to take part in this competition. So yes, once again, there will be 1 qualifier per region for the 6th Invitational.
16 teams in the biggest Rainbow Six tournament to date. After so many happy memories of last one, yeah, we're going to do it again, and we're going to do it bigger, and we're going to do it hopefully with you there as well, whether it's in the audience or whether it's competing. This is exciting stuff, isn't it, Kix? Because pro-level teams want to be there, but if there are people watching now and thinking, oh, I'm like me and my boys, want to compete for something, you can come.
So exactly that. It's the best part about this is that it is open. There are open qualifiers. There's even a community vote. And because of that, if you feel like you have the potential to play at this level of Rainbow Six Siege, you can just go and do that. You can participate in those open qualifiers and make your way here. And I think that's wonderful because it opens up the playing field for new players to usher themselves into Rainbow Six Siege competition. If you make it to the Invitational through the open qualifiers and you have a good showing, maybe even make it past the first bracket, then that is saying to the world that you as a team and all your friends are capable of making it at this level of play.
This breakdown as well has a lot of regional pride to it as well. You're allocating these spots per region in the open qualifiers too, and we love that at World Championships and finals. It always brings so much passion to things. So that's how it's working. 16 teams will be at the 6th Invitational, and tickets are on sale now for rainbow6.com/6invitational. That's where you can buy yours to join us in Montreal between the 16th and 18th of February. That hopefully has cleared up a lot of things, brought a lot of news together in one place, and obviously revealed some stuff that nobody knew before. Now, people are going to want more info. They're going to be like, okay, so when are the open qualifiers on and how do I get into them? It is 6 months away. We're only halfway through year 2. We're just coming, still in the middle of the end of season 2's finals. So all of this stuff is coming in due course. Obviously, people are going to find out, but not just yet. So just squad up and practice.
The good thing about it being 6 months away is that means you have exactly so much time to practice. You can just start working right now and then make your way here in 6 months.
Alternatively, if you don't want to play there, but you want to come along and make some noise, like we are getting a lot of here at Gamescom, and we're very pleased for it, you need to get your tickets. Rainbow6.com/6invitational. Did I mention it? Yeah, a few times. So that's exciting stuff. Thank you very much, Jeremy, for helping us explain all of this. Hopefully that's cleared up some things the community were wondering about. Keep the feedback coming, though, because you guys appreciate it, use it, and it affects what you do with Siege.
Yeah. It can be in esports or in the game. We always look at the feedbacks from the community, and we are really happy to address them as much as possible.
I think everybody knows Siege is on this upward curve, both as an esport and as a game with 20 million registered players now. It's free weekend. If you're joining us this weekend, welcome to Siege. I'm sure you'll be with us for a long time. We hope you are. And if you've got friends who aren't playing Siege, it's free weekend. Get them in here. Thank you, Jeremy. I now need to ask you, who's going to win this?
Well, this is really complicated because...
this is our job.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Well, I think we'll have an amazing final, of course, but I'm really, really impressed by what Elevate have done so far, because they're coming from Xbox. They qualified in the Pro League finals for the first time last season. Now they're in the grand final of Pro League. Yeah, that's really amazing, but they will face Penta, that is just incredible this year. So I think Penta has an advantage, but don't underestimate Elevate because they're a growing team for now.
Kix, go on, give me a one-word prediction from you. You're going to have lots of time to explain it when you're casting. Who's taking it, do you know? Or is it just too hard to call?
It's way too hard to call. It's way too hard to call. I would honestly, I would have to say, based on experience, based upon what we've seen here tonight, I would say that Penta should win. I think that they have what it takes to lock it out. However, and this is the thing, Elevate has been showing us today specifically some next level play, and having been able to talk to them, they are on point. Their communication is better than it's ever been before, and they are definitely ready to win this event. So I think if anyone's going to usurp the throne from Penta, it's going to be Elevate today specifically.
Elevate against Penta, our grand final at the end of Rainbow Six Pro League Year 2, Season 2, with lots of exciting stuff to come in Season 3, and heading up to that 6 Invitational, rainbow6.com/6invitational. Let's get on to some more action then. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Kix. You go to your booth. Jeremy will come and shake hands and meet more people here at Gamescom. There's a lot of that going on. Grand finals time, Elevate against Penta time, coming up next.